Hi, I'm Nikki Noblet. This is my speech, and these are my viewers. One always returns to the fact that there are just too many of us. The population continues to rise, and our environment just cannot sustain it. This is a quote that was made by Jeremy Irons when he was asked how he felt about the Earth's growing population. There are many people in this world who want to improve the health of our environment, but the real question is, how do we go about doing so? Jeremy Irons, famous film, theater, and television actor, believes that he has the answer. This is about Jeremy Irons. This is about how we can better our world. This is Jeremy Irons on what we can do to improve our environment. Jeremy Irons was born on September 19, 1948, in Isle of Wight, England, according to Biography.com. Also according to Biography.com, Irons attended Bristol Old Vic Theatre School, where he received classical training and which helped to foster his interest in becoming an actor in the first place. Irons began his acting career in 1969, but did not land his first break until 1972, when he was cast in a London production of Godspell. He has starred in many films since, but is most known for his role in the TV version of Brideshead Revisited. He has also starred in Lolita, Being Julia and the Fourth Angel, and most popular in America, The Lion King, of which he voiced the character named Scar, which is a fact stated by Wikipedia. Though he is well known for his acting skills, he is also popular for his environmental views. Jeremy Irons presented this speech on Real Pieces, which is a movie series offered for people who want to attend previews of films that have won major awards. He was asked to appear in Real Pieces to present a speech on his film, Trashed, which is a documentary about showing our population how polluted our world really is and what we can do to improve it. In the film, Jeremy Irons travels to places around the world that are tainted by pollution in order to discover what can we do to reduce the amount of waste that we produce. He presented this speech on Real Pieces on December 11, 2012 at the 92nd Street Y, which is a non-profit community center in New York City. People come from all over the world to 92Y to connect through culture, entertainment, and arts. Irons' appearance on Real Pieces has encouraged people all over the world to reduce and recycle for the sake of the environment. In his speech, Jeremy Irons discusses not only what we can do as individuals to help the environment, but what companies and businesses can also do to help their customers help the environment. He begins by explaining very practical things that we can do as individuals. According to Jeremy Irons, we can, quote, give each other proper shopping baskets for Christmas, which made no sense to me when I first heard it, but I figured out that he was talking about reusable grocery bags to reduce the need to manufacture more plastic bags. He also states that we, as a population, should find out what happens to our trash when we throw it away. According to Irons, the trash that people in New York produce, quote, probably goes to a very poor area of New York where it is burned, end quote, which gets released into the air and pollutes our earth. So maybe, if people are aware of what happens to the trash that they throw away, they will try to reduce the amount that they produce. Another way that we can improve the environment, according to Jeremy Irons, is by giving excess packaging on our products that we buy back to the manufacturing company. If enough people do this, hopefully the manufacturing company will eventually try to redesign their product to require less packaging. Not only will this reduce the amount of plastic waste that we produce, it will also save the company money. Also, if the customers begin giving the packaging back, the company could start to reuse that packaging on another product. Irons uses the example of buying a new dryer. Yes, the dryer does need to be packaged with lots of styrofoam so it does not get damaged, but after the customer unpacks their dryer, they should be able to send it back to the company so it can be reused to repackage the next dryer. This would reduce the amount of trash created by that company, reduce the amount of trash thrown into landfills, and consequently, reduce the amount of pollution. Another thing Irons believes companies could do to help their customers improve the environment is to put on their products whether they are recyclable or not. If we as customers can distinguish between recyclable and non, we will know which ones are safe to recycle and which ones we should just throw away so they don't get put back into the system. And lastly, Iron suggests that we should change habits to discourage companies who use lots of packaging on their products. For example, buying meats from local markets instead of buying meats that are shipped from far away. Plastic takes about 450 years to decompose. So it is important for us to use as little as possible. The less plastic we use, the less we dump into landfills, and consequently, the less that we pollute the earth. If each of us do something small, like the things Jeremy Irons suggested in his speech, we can better the world. Being a famous actor means that publicity is basically your middle name, but it also means that people are more likely to listen to you. Jeremy Irons decided to take advantage of this opportunity to educate the world on how polluted the environment is and what we can do to reduce or even cease to create that pollution. Irons hopes that his speech and film Trash will teach people not only that our world is dangerously overpolluted, but also that there are small things that we can do that will make a huge positive impact. Things like finding out what happens to our trash when we throw it away, getting companies to label what can and cannot be recycled, and only buying things that use little packaging. If we all follow these guidelines, we could really help to save our world. Thank you.